Hey folks, welcome to early May. This time of year always brings me back to high school prom. So many memories from that time. It didn't happen last year. And I didn't go the year before that. Yeah, my only prom experience was when I was 16 and couldn't drive yet. It wasn't great. Well, this year I'm thankfully no longer in high school, but it doesn't mean I have to give up on the festivities. I just need to find a way to be a shut-in video game player while keeping the essence of prom. I need a game that's all about music and a desperate struggle to get laid. Friday Night Funkin is a free-to-play rhythm game originally developed for the Ludum Dare competition, a semi-annual contest in which participants attempt to develop a game in under 48 hours. I'm sure that's still longer than it took to develop Pokemon Sword and Shield. After the dev team released an early build for the competition in October of 2020, the game gained a lot of traction online and has since continued to receive updates and a huge amount of fan support through modding and an ongoing Kickstarter campaign. It was developed by a team of 4 Newgrounds users. Programming was done by Ninja Muffin 99, animation by Phantom Arcade, music composition by Kawaii Sprite, and art by Evil Skater. It's very much designed as a sort of homage to the mid-2000s internet, with an aesthetic similar to Flash games from that time period and abundant references to Newgrounds and its various community creations. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. No offense to any Newgrounds users out there, it certainly does have its place in internet history, but the impression I always got was that the website was just a cesspool of insanity. But that's just my uneducated layman's opinion. I've never actually used the site myself. I'm keeping an open mind here. The premise of this game is that you, this kid known only as boyfriend, are trying to date this girl known as girlfriend, and you have to rap battle or sing battle various opponents across multiple levels known as weeks. And that's pretty much it. See, the interesting thing about the plot of this game is that almost none of it is actually told through the game itself. In fact, I'm not even really sure where it is told. I've been reading off the Wikipedia page this whole time. Well, let's get started with a good old-fashioned tutorial. It starts you off nice and easy, introduces the gameplay quickly and in a safe environment. I'm a big fan of show, don't tell in video game tutorials, so this one gets an A+ from me. The gameplay is simple enough. You press WASD or the arrow keys as their corresponding arrows move up the screen to the beat of the music. If you do it right, your green bar at the bottom of the screen gets bigger. If you fuck up, it gets smaller. If you make it through the entire song without your bar completely disappearing, you win. Those 3 sentences are going in my wedding vows. Our first week is called Daddy Dearest. We square off in a battle of musical wits against this dude who is apparently the girlfriend's dad and an ex-rock star? Well, he certainly does look the part. Each week has 3 songs each, and I got through the first 2 without a ton of trouble, but by the third I realized this game is actually a bit harder than I thought. Maybe I just ain't got rhythm or something, but Jesus Christ, they expect a lot from you for the first level. Something that tripped me up at first is the timing of the button presses. My instinct is to press the corresponding key right when an arrow reaches the outline, but you actually have to wait for just a tiny moment before you press, or at least it felt like that for me. I've also noticed that sometimes the arrow beats don't completely match the main melody, which I figure makes it easier overall, but it means that sometimes the timing of button presses that I expect doesn't match the actual timing. I could do this all day. Basically, I just expected this game to be a bit more of an easygoing affair that I could get through mostly on instinct, but it actually requires a decent amount of concentration. Anyway, I clear the third song after a couple of tries, and we're off to week 2. This level stars these 2 creatures named Skid and Pump, who originate from a Newgrounds animated series known as Spooky Month. The first song wasn't too bad, but fuck this second song, man. Talk about a difficulty spike. I tried so many times in a row but could not get through it for the life of me. So I did what any self-respecting video game player would do and just gave up. I figured there was more to life than beating the second song of week 2 in Friday Night Funkin', so I decided to move on to week 3. And I had a way easier time with it. What the hell kind of difficulty curve is this? Our opponent for week 3 is this guy named Pico, an old Newgrounds mascot and the main character of something called Pico's School. Apparently the dad character from week 1 hired Pico as a hitman to kill Boyfriend, but Pico doesn't actually know who he's been sent to kill, but he apparently used to know Boyfriend, so once he arrives and sees who it is, he decides to spare Boyfriend's life and has a this with him instead. Again, none of this is told through the game. I'm just glad Wikipedia would never lie to me. Like I said, this week is weirdly easier than the second song of week 2. I don't know why that is, but I'll take it. At least it's a bit of a break from the suffering. Week 4, our opponent is the girlfriend's mom. We're on top of a moving limo and there's these weird guys dancing in the background. I like it. And the third song is called MILF. Finally, a game with taste. Week 5. What the fuck is up with Week 5? This one features the triumphant return of the mom and dad together. We're in a shopping mall during Christmas time and they're pointing a gun at Santa for some reason. I've gotta say, rap battling terrorists is one of my favorite Christmas activities, so they've really nailed the holiday spirit on this level. Well, the first songs weren't too bad. I sure can't wait to play the third song. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? Why? What just happened? What the actual fuck did I just see on my screen? What the fuck is that? What the ever-loving fuck is that? So the game jump scares me and puts me into a battle with this abomination that I thought was meant to be Lemon Demon, aka Neil Cicierega, aka the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny guy, aka the Harry Potter Puppet Pals guy. That's right, I've been on the internet. But nope, he is apparently not a reference to Lemon Demon, and he's just called Monster in the game files. You heard it here first, folks, even though this game is meant to be a callback to mid-2000s Newgrounds, on which Lemon Demon was pretty popular at the time, and the monster looks like a Lemon Demon, and he's referred to as Lemon Monster in the README credits. Nope, not a Lemon Demon. If you say so. The monster actually first appears in the third song of Week 2. Except not in the version of the game that I'm playing, because the devs had trouble mapping the song to the arrows, but then someone did a proper mapping of the song and it got added in a recent Week 7 update that is currently exclusive to playing in the browser on Newgrounds. Can I study this game as a major? Of course I wouldn't have made it to the third song of Week 2 anyway, since I, quit. Fun facts aside though, why is there a creepy lemon-headed ghoul singing about brutally killing and eating me? And why does he want to eat my girlfriend too? Only I get to do that. Well, I managed to survive that encounter without being mutilated in horrible ways, so it's on to Week 6. This one's called Hating Simulator, featuring Moling being the artist who did all the pixel art and animations for this level. We seem to have been sucked into some sort of dating simulator-esque hellscape, and we have to battle this fellow named Senpai for girlfriend's affections. After beating him fair and square, he delivers a delightful concession, saying, "Not bad for an ugly worm, but this time I'll rip your nuts right off after your girlfriend finishes gargling mine." Chill out, dude, it's not that serious. After beating him a second time, this shit happens. Yeah, I love it. So our favorite senpai transforms into whatever the hell this is and makes some vague comments about making the dad character pay for what he's done and switching places with me, so I'm assuming he's talking about getting trapped inside the pixelated hell dimension. He says he's gonna beat me and make me take his place, but unfortunately for him, if I lose, I just get to try again, so no dimensional prison for me, thanks. And with that, the main campaign comes to a close. Just kidding, there's a Week 7 update. It's exclusive to Newgrounds right now, so just gotta wait for it to load. Okay, so fun fact about playing Friday Night Funkin' in a browser. It takes fucking forever to load. The progress bar kept freezing after a little while. What I had to do was just open a new tab with the same web page every time it froze, and it would usually get me a little farther along. After 16 fucking minutes of that, I finally got the game to load. Another 3 minutes later, I got Week 7 to load. Our opponent for Week 7 is Tankman, another Newgrounds mascot, and he talks.
What?
Great dialogue. He also has some voice lines for when you lose, which I heard pretty often because the second song is, as the cool kids say, hard as shit.
Maybe if you had more friends, you'd be less depressed and play better,
Why do I even try? Well, rather than continuing to torment myself, why don't we check out some mods? This game is open source, so it has a really active fan community that's made a ton of different mods for the game. Thanos Beatbox mod, that looks promising. Alright, it still takes forever to load. Well, surely after all that time, it'll be worth the wait.
3, 2, 1, go!
Well, that's a Thanos, alright. Let's try Obama Night Funkin'. That one looks interesting.
3, 2, 1, go!
They say your father was a great man. You must be what's left.
Winter Horrorland, but the GF is dead, not safe for work. Well, I'm not at work, what could go wrong? Well, the girlfriend does seem to have a severe case of not here disease, and I'm not looking too great myself. Oh hey, I just noticed the lemon monster is in the background of the first two songs. I'm wondering what happens on song number 3, though.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, she's fucking dead. And the monster sprite is getting clipped. This is some scary stuff. Sans Spirit Mod, how about that?
3, 2, 1, go!
Yep, that sure is a Sans. Let's try the It's Been So Long mod.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh hey, it's that Five Nights at Freddy's song. Brings me back. And finally, the Anime Thighs mod. I'm sure only good things can come from this. Okay, so if you go to week 1, the dad gets replaced with the mom for some reason. Also, what the hell am I hearing? Why is it so quiet?
Anime thoughts when she opened up so wide, I got a twinkle in my eye. Asian pussy is so tight, I just really wanna pipe. Oh my gosh, she got them big ass.
Well, nothing like a healthy dose of what the fuck to spice up your day. Well, that was Friday Night Funkin'. It's not necessarily my cup of tea personally, but I definitely get the appeal. It's really charming and creative, with solid gameplay, unique aesthetics, a great soundtrack, and of course a heartfelt story of a dude trying to get laid. There's also a giant lemon monster that wants to eat you. It's just like prom!